Brooklyn's slaughterhouse is the city's festering sore. Then Manhattan's Fifth Avenue is its porcelain mask. Here, there is no scent of blood. There is only the crisp sound of cold rain hitting the century-old cobblestones. The Gothic spires of St. Patrick's Cathedral pierce the clouds like God's own finger, pointing indifferently at the gloomy sky. Under the shadow of the cathedral's massive stone arch stands a man, Valerian, or as Jax calls him, Val. He wears a perfectly tailored gray three-piece suit, every crease looking as if it were calculated with precision. Even in such a stormy night, he maintains an astonishing sense of neatness and order. Not a drop of mud on his trouser cuffs, the angle of his spine perfect. His long, raven-black hair is tied behind his head with a silver ribbon, with a few stray strands hanging beside his cheeks that are pale to the point of transparency. He is unrealistically beautiful, like a forgotten ivory statue left in the human world, exquisite, fragile, yet radiating an icy distance that keeps people 1,000 miles away. 3 steps in front of him stands a man in a black trench coat. The man bows his head, his posture humble, but his tone carries a nauseating sense of superiority, though he dares not step even 1 centimeter closer to Val.
Will you not reconsider, Lord Valerian? Even though you were impulsive and left the sanctuary, that seat is still reserved for you. The Father's mercy has never changed. But that savage demon, he can give you nothing. He will only drag you into the mud.
Val does not look at him. He simply tilts his head slightly, gazing into the curtain of rain, his eyes indifferent, as if the person before him is less than the dust in the air.
1,000 years. I have heard this cliché rhetoric too many times. I cannot help but feel pity for the angels. So innocent, so powerful, so devoted to worshiping everything bestowed by God. Yet they have never truly opened their eyes to see this world for themselves. You're blocking the wind.
You are arrogant. You are nothing but a fallen with lost wings now. Without the grace of the great God, your soul will sooner or later wither. We are doing this for your own good.
Val slowly turns his head. His pale, glazed eyes sweep over the stranger as if looking at a corpse.
Leave.
Just one calm word. No hysterical shouting, no superfluous movement. But the pressure released in that instant makes the falling raindrops pause in midair. That is the absolute contempt of a superior being. The stranger turns pale, as if an invisible hand is strangling his throat. He involuntarily steps back 2 paces, stumbling into the rain. A black Mustang sports car, like an out-of-control beast, covered in mud spots and scratches, rampages to a stop by the roadside, splashing up a massive spray of water. Before the car even comes to a complete halt, the driver's door is violently pushed open. Jax steps out. He carries no umbrella, walking straight up the steps with large strides. He is soaked through, his leather jacket stained with sporadic, unidentifiable black spots, carrying a complex smell of gunpowder, rain, and blood. The scent of slaughter. The breath of the abyss. He walks straight to Val, ignoring the shivering stranger, and immediately takes off his heavy, body-warmed leather jacket, wrapping it around Val without explanation. His movements are practiced, domineering, carrying a possessiveness that brooks no refusal.
Sorry, I'm late. Taking out the trash took a little time.
Val wrinkles his nose as the heavy, masculine scent of the jacket tightly envelops him.
You smell like beef that expired 10 years ago, Jax.
I know. It's ghoul blood, hard to wash off.
Jax does not retreat because of Val's disdain. Instead, he leans in closer and at the same time uses his pitch-black eyes to glare ferociously at the stranger who has not yet disappeared.
Did this rat upset you? Need me to crush him?
You are the demon.
Val does not look at him. He simply reaches out and presses his hand on Jax's, stopping him from drawing his gun.
No need. It's boring.
True. Killing this kind of trash. I can't even be bothered to load the bullets.
The stranger scrambles away in terror, his footsteps fading frantically into the rainy night. With the rat gone, Jax turns his full attention back to Val. He reaches out and holds Val's hand, his brow instantly knitting into a tight knot. That hand is freezing, as if it had been soaked in ice water for 3 days and nights. Even the fingertips are trembling uncontrollably. Jax does not speak. He simply wraps Val's hand tightly within his own scalding, rough palm, attempting to force his own violent heat into him.
He's too cold. Colder than ever before. His pulse is weak like a dying pigeon. If he doesn't replenish energy immediately, this body is going to collapse. Your temperature is too low. This isn't just the weather, is it?
Val lowers his gaze, trying to hide the exhaustion in his eyes.
That rat carried a scripture blessed by holy light. I just had a little rejection reaction.
I should have torn him apart and fed him to the dog.
No need. Let's go home.
Jax continues to hold Val's hand tightly, shielding him as they walk toward the car. However, the moment Val's foot steps off the stairs, his body violently sways. The world spins before his eyes. The emptiness stemming from the depths of his soul finally erupts, swallowing his consciousness like a black hole. His knees go soft, and his entire body pitches forward.
Val!
Jax's reaction is astonishingly fast. His arm tightens, steadily supporting Val's waist, preventing him from falling onto the wet, cold ground. By the dim streetlights, Jax sees that the edges of Val's fingers are actually beginning to blur, taking on a sickly, translucent quality, as if they are slowly melting into the air, turning into nothingness. That is the most terrifying symptom of the fallen. When the physical body cannot be maintained, it inevitably leads to the dissipation of the spirit. Val's fingers weakly grip Jax's arm, struggling to maintain his standing.
Sorry. A bit dizzy.
Jax stares at the fading figure in his arms, a flash of violent terror in his eyes.
This isn't a bit dizzy.
Jax does not let Val take another step. He bends down directly, one arm passing under Val's knees, the other wrapping around his back, and picks him up horizontally. The person in his arms is incredibly light, like a feather about to drift away with the wind. This fear of imminent loss makes Jax feel angry. Jax leans down, his lips brushing against Val's ear as he whispers through gritted teeth.
Don't speak. Save your energy. If you dare disappear on me at a time like this, I will tear down this church and every church in the world to bury with you.
He carries Val, striding toward the black Mustang. Rain beats on his face, but hellfire burns in his scarlet eyes. He roughly pulls open the car door, yet places Val into the passenger seat with extreme care, a dragon guarding its only cherished treasure.